My name is Brian Pillman Jr., and you're watching the Rasslin Rage YouTube show. Oh!
It's going down! This is Rasslin Rage! It's going down! This is Rasslin Rage! Scream it out loud! This is Rasslin Rage! Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade! It's going down! This is Rasslin Rage! We'll do it now! This is Rasslin Rage! Scream it out loud! This is Rasslin Rage! Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade!
And now it's time for Wrestling Rage with your host, Cody Fleming.
Bam, and here I am. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am currently in Europe. But I'm pre-recording a show for you for this Friday for Rasslin Rage. So welcome to the show. Make sure you click the thumbs up and you check this out and you subscribe and you do all that good stuff. And guess what? If you head on over to ProWrestlingTees.com/RasslinRage, yeah, you can get 20% off all your t-shirts. That's correct. You have to enter the code MANIA right there. If you see it, MANIA, and you can get that. So head on over there today, ProWrestlingTees.com/RasslinRage to get yours today. So what I'm going to do today, it's going to be a short one, guys. It's not going to be a long one because, again, hey, listen, I'm out, and I thought I'd throw something together for you. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go over the matches. I know that when Master Weir was on the show, we went over them, but I didn't really give you my picks. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you my WrestleMania picks. Now, I don't have a cool little thing for that, so I guess what we can do, we'll do all the rage. How's that? We'll do all the rage. Alright, so we're back, and what we're going to do is I'm going to give you guys my picks for WrestleMania this weekend. First off, we have the women's Battle Royal. It's the second time that they've done this. Ooh, there we go. It's the second time they've done that. I'm going to bring that up there for you guys to see. I really don't know who's going to win this. I'm going to put it on Asuka, considering that she just lost her SmackDown Championship to Charlotte, and the rumor is that that's going to unify the titles, so we'll see how that works out. But we're going to go with Asuka on this one, even though she really shouldn't be in this match. And then, we have the Andre the Giant Battle Royale as well. That they announced a bunch of guys in that one. It's really hard to pick a winner for a Battle Royal, but we'll go with heck, I don't know, Braun Strowman, right? So throw that one in there. Braun Strowman on that one. Yay for that, right? I don't really know how that one's going to turn out, but we'll see. Now, here's a good match, I think, anyways. There's been a lot of back and forth with this, but it's for the Intercontinental Title. And we got Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor. I talked about it Friday on the show, and I definitely think that, I'm glad to see that both these guys are doing something on the roster. And even with Samoa Joe with his United States title, and Finn Balor with the Intercontinental title. So I personally, I think that Finn Balor is going to come out on top on this one. So it'll be interesting to see. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch this while I'm on vacation. WrestleMania, that is, on the 6th or the 7th, I think it is. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to watch it, but when I do get back and are able to watch it, I'm looking forward to that match, to be honest with you. And then we have Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight title. This is going to be a great match. Both these guys put on a great match, and as I talked about on the show Friday, you got to kind of give some hats off to Nese because he went through the tournament on 205 Live, and he beat Cedric Alexander, and You know, Cedric Alexander's no slouch. He's a very good in-ring competitor. He's a high flyer. He's got some really good moves, and he's a former Cruiserweight champion. So Tony Nese earned the right to face off against Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight title at Wrestlemania. So he gets a Wrestlemania moment. Now, where this is on the card as far as, you know, if it's on the pre-show or not, I hope it's not. But, you know, if it is what it is. But, you know, it's still WrestleMania, and, you know, hats off to these guys for getting that WrestleMania moment, right? So I think that definitely think Buddy Murphy's going to retain on that one, though. So definitely going to be, you know, a decent match, but I think that Buddy Murphy is going to retain and hold on to his title. By the way, that's Alexa Bliss's boyfriend, which is whatever. Then we got Baron Corbin against Kurt Angle, and allegedly is supposed to be Kurt Angle's last match, you know, and he's going to retire. How true that is, who knows? Because you know it's WWE. You know, hey, Beth Phoenix is in the WWE Hall of Fame, and she's retired, but yet she's you know, going for the tag titles, the women's tag titles with Natalya. So it is what it is. But if this truly is a retirement match, Corbin's going to win, and Angle rides out in the sunset. Yay, not really. Definitely could have thought of about 6 other guys that deserve that spot, but they say that Angle's the one that picked it. I'm not sure how true that truthfully is, but it is what it is. Maybe they're just trying to make that so the fans like it, I suppose. And then, you know, here's a match too. Again, I talked about, you know, I'm glad to see these guys, and especially like, you know, Samoa Joe, you know, competing for title, even though it's a mid-card title. At least they're getting something in. You know, they're doing something, and we got, you know, there's no, it's always a good match with Rey Mysterio. It doesn't matter the size of the guys. You know, it's like if he goes against a big guy, and like I was talking about on the show Friday, I always go back to when he was going against guys like Rikishi or the Big Show and guys like that, and it was still a very good show. I actually seen Rikishi versus Rey Mysterio in a dark match at the Joe Louis, you know, house show. Really good match. Had a great time. So I see Joe retaining his title on this one. Definitely retaining the title and coming out on top. So it's gonna be a good match. Definitely gonna want to check that one out. I can't wait to see that. And then this one here, I'm not really, I don't know how to say this, but it's not something I'm really looking forward to. And I'm an AJ Styles fan. I got AJ's autograph. He's on the wall and all that good stuff. But I kind of checked out on Randy Orton. I just don't feel like Randy Orton. I think it seems as if Randy Orton is checked out, and I'm just not really interested in this one. But I believe Randy Orton's going to come out with the W on this one. So we're just gonna go right on this, because I don't have a lot to say about this one. Like I said, I'm not very confident in this one. So I hope that we're recording right now. Oh, we were recording. Well, that's good. And now we're recording again. Right, cool. Okay. And then, of course, we have, let's get this. What are we doing? I'm messing stuff up. That's not good. Don't mess stuff up, Cody. Bad idea. All right. And then, let's see here. We also have the women's tag title. And this is what I just talked about with Beth Phoenix coming out of retirement to tag with Natalya to go against the Iconics, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Tamina, and Nia Jax, which, you know, right there, Tamina and Nia Jax, that's a killer tag team. I wonder if we're going to start seeing, you know, with the main event, if we're going to start seeing an all-women show now, a weekly show maybe on the network, which maybe we're going to hear that or see that announced at WrestleMania. And that's just pure me speculating. I don't have any inside information, so, you know, don't think that there's no, this is in a dirt sheet. That's just me, you know, going in my head, okay? So don't get it twisted. But I think I'm going to think that Natalya and Beth Phoenix take this one. That's just my thoughts on that. And that's me, and I'm sticking to it. And then we have, I'm actually impressed with this match. I'm looking kind of forward to this. Yeah, I know, you don't call me a sinner, but, you know, we got we got Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. I'm actually liking this. Two big guys going at it. Drew McIntyre is a little bit bigger than Roman Reigns, but I kind of like this match. I'd like to see what Roman Reigns brings back after his battle with leukemia, and see how this one goes and where he's at with the fan base. That's what's really going to make it. They missed their opportunity with Reigns a while ago. Hopefully they can capitalize on maybe making this guy a bad guy. That's just my personal opinion, but I'm gonna go with Roman on top, because that's what happens all the time. And maybe they throw me for a loop, but that's pretty much how that goes. So that's just my thought process on that one. Hate me if you want. It is what it is. That's such goes life, right? Okay. And then we all kind of seen this coming, but Miz and Shane McMahon. Shane blames the Miz for all their losses and the loss of the titles, and Shane turns on the Miz. So we see bad guy McMahon, and we see the Miz as a good guy. His dad comes to help him at Fastlane, and all these good things. And now we got a match at WrestleMania. As I said on the show Friday, there's no cage. So where is Shane? What is Shane going to jump off of? Is he going to climb into the rafters? Is he going to swing from something? Who knows? But I'm going to say that Shane McMahon comes out on top for this one. And falls count anywhere, to my understanding. So falls count anywhere. So we could see something in the back. We could see just about anything. Maybe they end up out on a crane. Who knows? Who knows what happens? But again, I say Shane. Shane's going to put himself through the ringer, and he comes out on top. I'm not sure what this is really for. It's just about saying, hey, I'm better than you, really. But still, Shane on top. And then, this was one that, Master Weir really wanted to talk about, because he's a huge Triple H fan. And we got Triple H going against Batista in a retirement match, and no hold barred. And Batista's careers, or not Batista's career, but Triple H's career is on the line if he loses, which I don't see that happening. But I say that Triple H on top, even though even if Batista got the win and put Triple H in retirement, there'd be a rematch or something. There'd be some kind of stipulation. Come on, man, it's Triple H, dude. Batista gets the win. Here, so let's say this. Okay, I recant. All right, Batista gets the win, and then there's a stipulation that there's a stipulation, and there's a rematch. You watch. There we go. All right, so that's what it is. Batista gets the win. I said it. Batista gets the win. You can hate me if you want. Like I said, those are my thoughts, not yours. I forget who said that, but that was like a radio host. But and we got the big match for the Universal Championship. I mean, who cares? That belt really means nothing anymore. We all know that. Most people do, anyways. But so we have the Universal Championship going up with Seth Rollins here, or Brock Lesnar going against Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. It's of note that Seth Rollins won the Royal Rumble. He beat 29 other guys to, well, I wouldn't say he actually beat all 20, but he outlasted 29 other guys to become the Royal Rumble winner and go on to face the champion of his choice for the title at WrestleMania, and he chose Brock Lesnar. So we can all hope and pray that Seth beats Brock Lesnar and becomes the new champion. And perhaps we see a turn here at some point, but it is of note that Dean Ambrose is not on WrestleMania whatsoever, and both Rollins and Seth have matches. So we'll see what happens here, but I'm going to say Brock on top. But again, this is where that moment where WWE is going to throw everybody off. So, but I'm going to stick with Brock Lesnar. So we're going to go with Brock Lesnar on top, retains the title, even though I don't want him to, but that's just where I'm at with it. Okay. And I know it's the easy pick, but that's what I'm going with because I can, right? It's my show. I do what I want. I'm just messing. Then we got the one match that everybody kind of wants and that some people don't. There's a lot of back and forth on the internet about this one, but you got Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. Okay, Kofi Kingston's no slouch in the world of professional wrestling. He's got a resume. He definitely has a resume, and so does Daniel Bryan. I mean, you can go back into some of his days in Japan and in Ring of Honor, and a lot of the work that he did out there. Amazing stuff, and even through WWE. there's a lot of question of some of the younger, more casual fans, if you ask me, that whether Kofi Kingston deserves a title shot, because they look at some of the stuff that that he's done with New Day, and they don't say that that's championship material stuff, matches and quality. But I even still, if you go back before all that, he's definitely no slouch, and if done right, he definitely could, be within a storyline that puts him for the title as he is right now. Now, with that said, does this necessarily mean that this is going to end up being a championship match? I don't think so. I think there's going to be something crazy going. And let's say that this match does happen and there's no stipulations or anything like that. Personally, before I even get started on there, I think that this is where we're going to see the beginning of the end of the New Day. And then if this match does happen, no stipulations, I think that WWE throws us for an entire what the heck moment, and Kofi Kingston wins. It's that quintessential moment where the guy that wasn't supposed to win wins. Let's put it that way, sort of like where Daniel Bryan was at one time. Maybe the passing of a torch, not even so much passing of a torch, but just maybe a little bit of show of respect, but one that the fans don't see or are supposed to see, like that behind the curtain look. So with that, I'm going to say Kofi Kingston wins. Does it happen? We'll find out, won't we? But I'm going to go with Kofi Kingston. And then we have the main event, the first time ever, which is a big deal. The first time ever that we have a women's main event at Wrestlemania, okay? Not only that, we also have the first time ever that the women tag titles are going to be defended at a WrestleMania as well. So two big things happening in the world of women's professional wrestling. With that said, if you didn't catch it, Monday, my interview with Zoe Sakai went up, so check that out. She's big and up and coming. She's in Shimmer and Shine, or Rise. She's known as Dust as well. Good stuff. Check it out. Good interview. And if you didn't know, she's trained by Johnny Gargano, so that's pretty sweet stuff. But with that said, here we go. So main event. Okay, this is internet. I don't know how true it is. I have to look it up, but does this unify these titles if whoever wins this, and then what? So now we got unified titles, and then are the women going to go back and forth between Raw and SmackDown, and then they have their own show, or what's going on here? We'll see. I mean, because they only have one tag title, right? I mean, they have two belts, but they don't have a Raw women's tag titles, and they don't have a SmackDown women's tag titles like they do with the men's division. Granted, they do have more men than they do women in the whole organization. But with that said, I'm going with Becky Lynch, and that's my heart. I think they're going to give this the first ever. I think they give the first ever to Charlotte, but I want Becky Lynch to win. So we're going to go with Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, I'm calling it right now. Becky Lynch unifies the titles. Maybe. Okay. Well, we'll see though, won't we? We'll definitely see. So those are my picks. Hate them or love them, it don't matter, because they're mine, and that's all. That's it. There's nothing you can do about it, right? But so those are my picks for WrestleMania. Listen, guys, thanks for joining me. I wasn't gonna leave you with nothing. I probably may do no episode the next week because I just don't have anything else to talk about. And I don't know what the outcomes are for WrestleMania, so I really can't talk about it. Maybe I will get back on the 11th. I believe the 12th is a Friday. So I may be able to do something. I just not sure how I'm going to be, if I'm going to be jet lagged or what have you, and if I'm going to be in any kind of condition to do any kind of live show. So with that said, we'll see how it is when I get back, guys. Because then shortly after, I got all kinds of stuff coming up too. After that, I got Legends Wrestling. We got XICW Proving Ground Season 4 coming up on the 14th of April. I believe it's the 14th. I think. Well, I have to look at my tickets. But anyways, all that and good stuff. So, hey, listen, guys, thanks for joining me. Those are my picks. I hope I see you guys here soon. Check out my interview next week with Cody Hawk. Also, a new Collector's Corner with Master Weir. Thanks so much, guys. Make sure you like and also subscribe. Check you later.
We are the Death Road Army. Vehicle City Villain Aaron Orion.
Black Diamond Jack Price.
The Wild Child Jody Threat.
And Weaponized Alex Weir. And you're watching Rasslin Rage live on Friday nights at 8 o'clock on YouTube.